Hi, this is Ashley with 15 Hats, and today we're going to be talking about Canva. So if you need to make graphics and animations for your business, stay tuned. All right, so when you are first getting into Canva, there is so much that you can do in here. It's basically like a more intuitive, easy to function around in Photoshop. So if you know how to use Photoshop or you know how to use like the basics of Photoshop, Canva is going to be 10 times easier and you basically can do the same thing. I know because my husband has been trying to teach me Photoshop for a long time and I still only have the basics, but I can do very similar things in Canva and I figured it out on my own. So if that's you, let's jump right into Canva and some of the things that Canva has to offer you and your small business. Okay, so let's start off talking about, do you need the pro version or can you get by with the free version? So I have a feeling that most small business owners, when you are first getting started, you are only gonna need the free version. So some of the differences between the free and pro are you get more cloud storage, you have more templates to use, more of the like specialty features like the squiggly lines and design elements, that's what I was looking for. You get more of that. You also can schedule your content with the pro version and you can't with the free version, but there are also other free things that you can use as a small business owner that you can use to schedule your social media content. So those come with the free version. Two of the main ones that I would say were big sellers for me as whether you're gonna use the pro version or the free version are in the pro version, you can use the background eraser. So if you wanna make a PNG file or something similar to that, you can erase, like take a photo of yourself and basically erase everything around it. So it's just you, or if you have product photos, that's basically what you're going to get with the pro version in that magic, or not the magic erase, the background erase. There's also something called magic resize. So these are the two features I think are the best features of pro. So magic resize is going to take your graphic. So if you create this beautiful graphic for Instagram stories and then you're like, I want to reuse this same content for Pinterest, for Facebook, whatever, you can tell it what to resize. You just select those and Canva is going to try to resize it and move the same elements that you had on that Instagram story template to resize it and put it into what it needs to be for Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, whatever you're trying to have it resized for. Then all you have to do is kind of take that and tweak it and move it around. So like I said, those are the two key features I'd say that, in my opinion, are what would make it whether you wanted to go for pro or free, but it's obviously going to depend on you and your business and what your business needs are. But most small businesses, like I said, can totally start out for free, and that's all that you're going to need. Okay, so this is what your Canva dashboard is going to look like. So when you first get into Canva, you're gonna see this. There's a lot going on here, but it's really easy to do. So first things first this is gonna be your home screen. So anything that you've recently been working on is gonna be down here in recent designs. Then you have all of these recommended sizes and things. So I've been working on something that started with a magazine template. So that's why you're seeing this magazine cover. Obviously posters that I've clicked around because there's just so much in here. So if you're wanting to, these are the main things that they're recommending for you. But up here in templates, y'all, there is so many, or there are, wow, great English. There are so many templates available for you to start with. So some of the things that you can start with are social media posts. So like your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channel art. All of them are perfectly sized for those things already. So you just click on that and start. So there's invitations and cards and marketing materials for your business. So I'm not going to go through all of this, but there's literally a template for everything. So these are the main ones, but you can also search up here and get a ton more options available. So let's go over here and just click on Instagram stories. So when you do that, it's going to bring up all of these already pre-done Instagram stories. So if it has one of these little dollar signs, that's paid for. So you would get if you had Canva Pro. If you don't have Canva Pro, you can actually pay for them individually. So from here, you're seeing there's all these templates pre-made. So what you can do is you just click on it, on whichever one it is that you're wanting to do, and then you make it your own. You can add your fonts, your colors, just change up the design, but y'all, you have a starting place, so it makes it so much easier to get your social media posts done. So that's the first thing. So we'll go back to the home tab now. Also under features, if you wanted to just start with like certain photos, you can search just their free photos, which would be similar to like Pexels or on Unsplash, like I said before. So you have these photos in here, so you can start with that, or icons. There's just so much in here. And then under the Learn tab, you're able to learn more about Canva and how to use it, similar to this video. So let's get into the nitty gritty now. So when you go over here on the left-hand side now, you're gonna see this all designs. So this is going to have everything that you have created. So in here, you can see things that I'm currently working on, things that I already finished, and also things that have been shared with me. So this has been shared with me from someone else from a training that I took. So it's all gonna be housed here. Under recent designs, again, this is gonna be the same thing that you just saw because I don't have a ton in here just yet. And I'm notorious for deleting things because I just don't like it being stuffed up in here when I'm done with it. So you'll see also under recent designs, same things, but all designs will have everything. Recent designs is gonna have obviously just what you've recently been working on. So shared with you, you can actually share templates in here. So this is that training that I did that you are seeing here. So this was been shared with me. Okay, brand kit. This is also something I did not mention earlier, but when you have Canva Pro, you can actually save your brand kit. So this will have your logo saved in it. You can save your color palette in it, and brand fonts, and you can actually upload your brand fonts. So if you have certain fonts that you use, but in here, this just helps it become more brand consistent across the board, across all the graphics that you're making. However, it does kind of still keep the colors. So to me, I can make this work on my own without having it. But this is a nice to have if you do feel like you need those other features of Canva Pro. This is nice to have because you can just upload it and have it in here. All right, then you can actually store your graphics. So once you get started in here and you really start to have a lot of graphics, under all folders, you can separate this out. So in my line of business, I would have one for my team. I might have one that are just product focused. I might have one that's for Instagram stories specifically. So like maybe each holiday, you know, those this or that posts that you get on Instagram, I might want to save one in there so that the next year I can basically use the same content or just change it up a little bit and change the colors. So this is where you can have everything saved. So earlier when I was showing you that you can search like features. So if you're searching features, say that's where you wanted to just kind of like browse. So let's browse icon social media. So say we're browsing over here, and you can see all these things that are free. If you find one that you love and you know you're gonna wanna use it, you can actually click that and it will add to your likes. So when you are back in come back over here to all folders, there's one that says likes. So you can go into it and now anything that you have flagged with that heart, it's going to show up in your likes. So that makes it easier for you to find it once you already know what you kind of like that Canva has available. Or if it's something that you're gonna be reusing a lot, you can have it in here already flagged for you, so that makes it a lot easier. So if you have, like I went and I was searching for Easter things because Easter is coming up as I'm filming this video. So I was searching for Easter eggs. So you can go ahead and do that and then have it all saved so you can find the one that you want before you even create the graphic. So just something to know that that's all in your folders. Also all your uploads. So I have uploaded my logo and photos, obviously of the lip products that I use and all of that. So like I said, super easy, all here. If you purchase, like I mentioned, how you can purchase individually some of the Canva Pro templates. If you purchase that, it's all gonna be here under purchase. Okay, so now that I've walked you through the basic interface when you first get into Canva, let's go into how you create a graphic from scratch and how you create a graphic from using one of the templates. So we'll start from using one of the templates just because obviously that's gonna be easier. So I'm just gonna pick one of these Instagram posts that are down here because I mean, it's just right there, but this is gonna be similar no matter what type of graphic you're starting with. So we're starting with this one. It looks like a Valentine's Day one that they still had listed under there. So one of the nice things with Canva is that it opens up in a new tab. So when you have something that you've started, it's doing it in a new tab. So it also auto saves, so you're not gonna lose your work. So that is super nice, especially if it closes on you. However, you can come over here to File, and then there are several things under here, but first let's just talk about you can click Save. It auto saves for you, but for whatever reason, if you needed to do that. Also, you can save it to a folder. So when you were looking at all designs, or we were looking at all designs earlier, and I was saying that you could create specific folders for things like if you're doing Instagram stories or you want to create a holiday folder or something specific for each product that you have, you can have it, and this is where you're going to save it to that folder, because when it auto saves, it's saving to your recent designs. So then you can see version history, make a copy. So if you have something that's a template, which I'm going to do another video on, but if you have something that's a template that you're using and it's not specifically saved as a template, because that's a whole other thing I'm not getting into. You can create something and then make a copy of it, so that way you're not changing the original file. So you can do that here, or on another page, I will show you how to do it directly from there. Then you can download. So if you're obviously gonna go post, if you don't have Canva Pro, you're gonna need to download it to post it on your social media platforms. You can do that here, or you can actually do that up here in the upper right. So let's get into some of the features. So up here, you can actually name this. So if you want to name this, we'll just call it V-Day because it's a Valentine's Day post. So you can rename it up there, so that way it's sorted in your files that way. And then you can double click and change the word. So let's just say, hi, this is Ashley. This makes no sense, but you know, to make this easy. So you can type, you can move things. Another cool thing is you can group them. So when you're up here, like if you want these to move together, you can keep them grouped, but you can also ungroup them. Positioning is going to help you position the text, whatever you have selected. So you can do it to the top, middle, bottom, left and right. It's going to be very similar to, you know, when you're working, I don't even know what, when you're working, I don't know, in any of other graphic thing that you're using. So this is just going to make it get those elements. You can move them forward or backwards. So if you have two elements that you need to have layered, so let's say right now, this is on top. This text is showing on top of this eye mask. So you can actually position it and move it backwards, so that way it's hidden. Obviously you wouldn't do that with this particular graphic, but depending on what you're designing, that's what you're gonna do. Over here, you can make the transparency. So if you have, you're putting your handle, like your Instagram handle on there, but it's not the key focus of there, but you want it to be seen still, you can change the transparency here. Then you can duplicate. So this button up here is going to duplicate, and there's also like multiple ways that you can do everything, but these are the buttons that I would use readily available. So you duplicate, it uses the same feature. So your Control-C and Control-V are also going to copy and paste, similar to well, I don't know what a Mac is. I'm not a Mac user, but I think you guys have similar features. So this is what it is. Control-C, Control-V work. If you do Control-Z, it undoes. So, you know, similar things that you have available to you. All right, now when you're clicking in it, you can change the font here, the size, the color. So let me go into the color, because this one is where it's nice. So these are shades that I've used recently. So they're here in this untitled palette. So you can actually click here and change it. So you can, these are the colors that are already being used. So in here, that's why I'm saying it's relatively easy to kind of customize what you want. But then once you use it, it's in here. So that way you can edit it. If you know your hex code, you can just type it in here and it's going to pull up that color for you. So you can edit that. Same thing, add bullet points, and effects and all of that. So I'm not going to go into much more than that, since this is just a basic training video. But over here on the side, let's go into some of these other features that you can use. So the templates is what we started with. That's what you saw on the main page, but you can actually go in and search templates here, and you can type information in here to get that. Or if you want to start with just picking to search by color, you can actually click that, and it's going to pull up all the purple templates for this Instagram post. So that is pretty cool, especially if you know you have something in mind for whatever reason. If you needed a purple graphic, this is going to pull up everything so that you can start. So over here, you can see there's an animated one. So we're going to get into that over here on the left sidebar. So Over here you have your uploads. So this is where you can see all of the things that I have uploaded into Canva. You can just drag and drop into here, or you can click upload media and search from your computer to bring it in. So when you do that, it actually is going to let you, so this is my logo. So, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. It will bring it in. So I have it saved in Canva so I can easily grab this. You can upload images, you can upload videos and audio. I don't have any video or audio uploaded, but you can if you're making some of those animated graphics. So like I said, you can drag it and drop it, or you can click to upload media, and then it's all gonna be housed there, and you also saw it back on the main page in your files. So photos, same thing. You can come through here and you can search. So let's say we're searching eggs. We already talked about Easter eggs, but we'll search eggs. So you can find all of the images here that have eggs in them. And again, the ones that are free will say free, and the ones that are pro, with that, you can see that they say pro, or they have this little crown down here. So tons of photos. And then if you click to put in a pro one, it's going to have this watermark on it. And then you can't, obviously it's not gonna be one that you're wanting to use, but it will have Canva listed on it as a watermark. All right, so then you have your elements. So this is where you're gonna have all those fun things. It's gonna have any graphics that you've recently used, and then it has all the design features. So let's search leopard. So this is gonna pull up all of the leopards and leopard print. So you can see most of them look like they're, oh, here's a free one. All right, I was gonna say most of them look like they're pro, but there was a free one right there. So these, you're gonna find all of these different elements. There's dots, there's so many things. Literally anything that you want to find, you're gonna find in here. So it's fun because some of them are animated like this, and then you can really spice up some of your graphics for Instagram and Facebook and all of those different places. So that way it kind of grabs people's attention as they're scrolling, because let's be honest, we all get in the scroll hole. So things like this that are moving are going to stop them as they're scrolling through. So the text, there's lots of text in here that they've already prepared for you. So like block text with cursive text. My goodness. So like block text with cursive text, so that way they look nice together, they're aesthetically pleasing. You're gonna find that already in here. You can click to add a heading, a subheading, and then a little bit of body text. So all of that is in here, and you can edit these. So like workout, and there's a lot going on this graphic, y'all, but just so I can show you. So let's put my name in here. So you can take all of these, they're already there, and you can edit them. So when I was first in here, I didn't realize I could do that until I started playing around. So it's pretty cool, all the features that you have in here, and they're free, that you can use for free. That's why I'm saying, as a beginning out business owner where you're trying to not penny pinch, but you're trying to watch where you are spending your money, this is a great thing to have. So you can also add music. You can search in here for features, but like this super epic music for this crazy graphic I have going on, let's go ahead and add that to it. So now you can see up here that it has the music going. This is really funny for this graphic. So you can select up here which section of it that you want, and it's going to be on here for your graphic. So again, it's just adding that extra pizzazz to your graphics. So then there are videos that you can do, which I'm not gonna add one to this because there's way too much going on, but there are videos that you can add in, and then backgrounds if you wanted to start. So this is where we're going to actually start a plain thing, a plain graphic when I go back over there. And then folders, your likes. So like I said, if you went previously and had searched and you found those Easter eggs or that other graphic, they're all gonna be here. So it's super easy for you to get and put on your graphic. So if there's something that you use consistently, it's going to be best to find it down here in your folders and then likes, or if you've purchased something and whatnot. All right, so now we've created this beautiful graphic. Y'all, this is horrible looking, but we've created this graphic. So you are going to want to now download it, so that way you can upload it to your social media platforms and you click download. But it also is going to give you all of these different ways that you can download it. So because we have music on this graphic, our epic music on this graphic, it's suggesting to download it as an MP4 video, which is a high quality video. So that pretty much what it pops up with is how you're gonna wanna download it, but there are multiple different ways. And because we used that Canva Pro, it's actually coming up and saying that you wanna pay for this, so that would go in your purchased item. But if you didn't want to do that, you could easily just come over here and delete that, and then everything else that you used was free. So now you can download without paying. Other things under these like little 3 dots, same thing. It has the download. It has where you can share this. So if you created a template and you wanted to share it with someone, you can do that from here. You can upload it to your Google Drive, Dropbox. So lots of different things under here. And the other cool thing is if you're using MailChimp, you can actually send directly to your MailChimp the graphics that you created. So if you're creating things for your email campaign in Canva, it's going to link directly. So again, so many features that you can do in here, and it's just amazing. So definitely poke around, but those are gonna be the basics to get you started with what you can do. So let's go back to the home page, and then we're gonna start with a blank graphic so I can kind of show you how to maneuver around with all that craziness that's going on. So if you wanted to start with a blank graphic, you can come up here, and then if you want to start with like something that's the size of an Instagram post, or not an Instagram, a Facebook post, you'll just click that, and then it's going to open this blank canvas that you can go in and really create. So it's also going to pull up over here under templates, different templates for that size post. So in this case, Facebook. But if you didn't want to use that, you can use your elements, but we're gonna start with background so we can have something decent looking in the background to get this graphic started. So you can start with a solid color for a background, or you can search certain things. So let's do, let's search stars and see what comes up. So here's a bunch that are different star images. So we'll start with this one because this looks like it's pretty, nice. You could put text over it. So you can search to have all of these different graphics that you just can overlay on top of here. So I don't want to go through too much more. However, if you're wanting to see how these pink lines pop up, this is helping you get it centered. Like I showed you before, you can use the position feature. Also over here under file, you can do show ruler. So if you needed to see exactly where it was going to pop up, or you wanted something in a specific spot, you can do show rulers. And then if you want to show guidelines, you can actually pull over the guidelines. So you would have file, you would click show guides, and then you can create and bring these guides where you want them. So if that is the case, then you can actually easily line up images to that guide. So that just makes it a little bit easier to get things in place so it's lined up properly and doesn't look, you know, as messy. Okay, so another thing that you can do once you have added in your text or graphics or anything like that is group them together so that way you can easily drag and move things around once you have them in a certain position. So the nice thing inside Canva as well is if you know you're gonna be creating a graphic that you're gonna just kind of tweak and change just a little bit as you're going forward, but you know it's gonna have the same information or wording on it. So for example, say you're gonna have a blog post, or you're creating pins, or similar Instagram stories that you're just changing maybe the question that's going on it. The nice thing is once you create the main page that you're gonna do, you can click this button. This will duplicate the size, but it's not gonna duplicate everything on it. So it's just gonna add a page. This button actually duplicates the entire page. So everything on it stays the same. So maybe on this particular thing, I have these grouped. I'm gonna ungroup them so I can edit the words. So maybe in this particular one, you're just changing the wording. So you have something that you're gonna do as an intro and an outro. There you go. Hello and bye. So whatever it is, it makes it really easy because you can just change up one specific thing on there or multiple, but you can duplicate everything that's on there. So if there's a lot of information on it that you wanna keep the same, this makes it really easy to do that. You can also title the specific pages, and then you can animate. So tons of features in here. Like I said, I'm not gonna go into everything, but these are the main things that I think you would need to get started on using this in your small business. Hopefully you found this beginner's guide to Canva helpful to get you started on creating your own graphics and animations for your small business. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.